So today I will present about Anna Karenina. So this is for the contents of the story. So firstly, I will talk about the author and brief summary and analysis and my thoughts. So firstly, Leo Tolstoy was a Russian writer who is regarded as one of the greatest authors of all time. Born to an aristocratic Russian family in 1828, he is best known for the novels War and Peace and Anna Karenina, often cited as pinnacles of realist fiction. He first achieved literary acclaim in his 20s with his semi-autobiographical trilogy, Childhood, Boyhood, and Youth, and Sevastopol Sketches, based upon his experiences in the Crimean War. Tolstoy's fiction includes dozens of short stories and several novellas such as The Death of Ivan Hirsch, Family Happiness, and Haj Murad, and so on. He also wrote plays and numerous philosophical essays. So, and I will talk about the summary of this story. The the Obolonsky family of Moscow is torn apart by adultery. Dolly Obolonsky has caught her husband, Stiva, having an affair with their children's former governess and threatens to leave him. Stiva is somewhat remorseful but mostly dazed and uncomprehending. Stiva's sister, Anna Karenina, wife of the St. Petersburg's government official Karenin, arrives at the Obolenskys to mediate. Eventually, Anna is able to bring Stiva and Dolly to reconciliation. Meanwhile, Dolly's younger sister, Kitty, is courted by two suitors. Kitty turns down Levin in favor of Bronsky, but not long after. Bronsky meets Anna Karenina and falls in love with her instead of Kitty. The devastated Kitty falls ill. Levin, depressed after having been rejected by Kitty, withdraws to his estate in the country. Anna returns to St. Petersburg, reflecting on her infatuation with Bronsky, but when she arrives home, she dismisses it as a fleeting crush. And I analyze this story. So, terrifying new technological advances in transportation, a huge, almost unstoppable force, a machine that kills two people, a guard when Anna and Bronsky meet, and finally the titular Anna herself. In fact, trains are the most important symbols in the story of Anna Karenina due to their prominence in the torrid Anna and Bronsky storyline. More specifically, trains are a destructive element throughout the novel. Bronsky and Anna first meet at a train station where a drunken guard is crushed to death, and Anna calls the death an omen of evil. Her first encounter with Bronsky is basically overlaid with the specter of death. Lastly, I will talk about my thoughts. As the masterpiece of Tolstoy's ideas and art, all forms of universes are enshrined in the novel. I do not hesitate to claim that this novel is the most complete text that I have ever read. Even if you don't borrow Dostoevsky's words, which were considered flawless, the novel Anna Karenina is definitely perfect. The perfect long story means that all the elements of the novel are perfect. A bold theme, a life force of characters, or a balanced dimension between man and background. A simple but detailed description, a historical character sweeping through the times, and a literary and artistic nature of the work itself. Anna Karenina is a flawless work that embodies all the elements that a novel should possess with a divine sense of security. The grand and outstanding rudiments of a novelist that is the cornerstone of Tolstoy's literature. Thank you.